Hey everybody, welcome to my new layout. So it's May 2016 and we are moved into our new place. I got all my stuff down here in the basement and it's kind of a mess and gong show right now, but I'm getting closer to a point where I'm going to be able to start working on the layout and I'm getting pretty excited. So I just have a couple things to show you guys, new stuff that came in that I got one a couple months ago and a few cars that came in last week. And then I'll just show you some of the planning I've been doing and getting stuff prepared to start working down here. So this was the first official train that ran in my new basement. Kind of exciting. I just had to get something running down here, so I dug out the module and it took me a day to find my DCC system and all the boxes, but I found it and hooked it up. So this is the very first train that's run down here, and it's actually a new locomotive that I got back at Super Train there in April, and this is the CP X Olympic, made exclusively for Prairie Shadows Railway Company by Intermountain, and it's a very nice paint job and model. And these new GEVOs have the ESU Loksound, which is light years ahead of the old Soundtrack Tsunami decoders. So let's take a quick look at the unique paint job on this locomotive. So this was a special paint scheme CP put on for the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympics, and it was I think there was 6 of them. Not 100% sure how many they painted, but after the Olympics, the strict Olympic rules, you can't have their symbol or the rings or any of that stuff. So CP just simply whitewashed the rings and the Olympic logo from there. And this locomotive is actually still running around like this, although it looks a lot more dirty than this version. Here's a photo I took of this exact loco when it was here in Red Deer Yard last year around this time. I think it was April 2015. So you can see it's showing a little bit more wear and tear 6 years on from when it was first painted. And it's English on one side and en français on the other. Pretty cool. Intermountain did a good job capturing this paint scheme the way it looks now. The kind of blue and green stripes there are nice and crisp. It's a nice looking locomotive and a welcome addition to the fleet. So the other car I got in, guys, I got 3 of these Intermountain ACF 4650 3-bay hoppers in the kind of foobie Prairie Malt paint scheme. Definitely a foobie by Intermountain. I mean, this is their ACF 4650, and these cars, the actual PMLX cars, they're Trenton Works 5250, and Intermountain even stamps them with 5250, and then like on the artwork on the car. And on the box it says 4650. So I love the Saskatchewan grain cars, kind of near and dear to my heart. So I was okay with getting these foobie cars because the paint scheme is so cool. There's an actual a malt plant in Bigger, Saskatchewan, and they have 24 of these cars, and I checked, they're all still in service. So this Intermountain is kind of a stand-in until somebody actually does the Trenton Works 5250. But it is a nice paint scheme, and they look okay. They're on the short side though. The real cars are quite a bit longer. But we'll just take a quick look at this nice paint scheme. That's the town of Bigger, Saskatchewan's actual slogan. New York is big, but this is bigger. And you can see there Intermountain on their artwork. They did the artworks correct. It is an actual 5250, but this is an ACF car, so it's total stand-in by Intermountain, which I think they do quite a bit. But I mean, I like this paint scheme so much I was willing to bend my prototype rules a little bit until somebody actually comes out with a nice version of the Trenton Works 5250. So that's the only new stuff I got over the last couple of months, guys. At Super Train is weird, just coming home with the one locomotive. Usually I come home with a lot of stuff, but actually came home with more Thomas Wooden Railway than anything this year, so that was kind of cool. My son was excited to get that. He's big into the Thomas Wooden Railway right now. So for now, this is my only setup for running trains. I am going to get the programming track working in our new office. I haven't got there yet, but I'm planning on setting my programming track up again with my computer up in our office. And this will have to do for now for testing locomotives and stuff down here. This is kind of all I got until I start getting to work on the new layout. The basement ended up kind of being the catch-all for moving, so you can see you got house plants and all sorts of crap all over the place. So we're slowly unpacking and getting stuff organized. All the train stuff ended up over here on this side, so next couple weeks will just be organizing and trying to get more boxes unpacked and kind of get the house a little bit more in order. I did get one of my old mileposts hung up there. It's an old artifact, milepost 7 from the CN Turnberry sub near Hudson Bay, Saskatchewan. It's been sitting in my garage for years and never had a place to put it, but now that we got the big train room down here, I put that up on the wall. It's one of the first things I did. It's got the authentic moss on it and everything. You gotta love that. So the only other really thing I did with the layout was I created some vector files of my plan. I created some high-res images from the AnyRail drawings, and used Corel Draw to kind of make some finalized plans and put them up on the wall. So this is pretty close. I don't think I'm going to make much changes now, guys. This is what it's kind of what I've decided on and what I'm going to go for. I'm going to try building it all at once, so it's going to be a long process, probably taking many years, but I think it'll be a pretty awesome layout, and the idea of mainline train operation I think is really going to play out kind of well to what me and my friends like to do when we operate trains. So the top is the top drawing here. This is the overview of both layouts kind of stacked on each other, and then the bottom two drawings, that's just the CN, looking at the CN side by itself and looking at the CP side by itself. So there one random thing I wanted to show you guys. My dad found this newspaper from a town called Hudson Bay, Saskatchewan on April 16th, 1958. And on that day, CP had taken out a full-page ad talking about the fireman dispute on CP. So this is when they were getting rid of the firemen on the steam engines when they were kind of transitioning to diesel. So kind of cool. This is a little piece of history. If you're interested, you can just pause the video. I'll zoom in on a couple paragraphs if you want to read it, so just pause it. Just kind of a neat little random thing my dad found. So kind of a neat little piece of history there. I find those little things interesting, kind of the history of the railway and kind of all the jobs that used to be involved with it but aren't anymore. Just something neat. I'm glad my dad looks for stuff like that for me, because I always enjoy finding these little things that he picks up along all over the place. So that'll wrap up this layout update, guys. I don't really have anything else to show you. I haven't got that much done besides moving. That really took most of my time up the last couple weeks. Now that we're all settled in and moved, and our old house is sold and everything, so we don't have to deal with that anymore. And now I can just start focusing on getting the basement organized and then starting construction. So first thing I want to do, hopefully in the next couple weeks, I'm going to get a test strip of LED lights. They're high CRI, color recognizing index, CRI, which means they're very close to daylight. So I'm going to get a strip of these and try them out and do some tests using my module of where I should place the lighting in relation to where the track is. And once I get that, and if I like those strip lights, then I'm going to go ahead and start with the layout lighting and do the entire layout lighting all in one kind of pass and get that out of the road, so I have good lights when I start construction of the bench work. So that's what I'm going to be up to, guys, probably for the next 2 weeks to a month. I'm glad to be back making videos and kind of got stuff unpacked, sort of. As always, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.